your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. Bellow on the bellow on the
What's going on? It's Jay.
This is big.
This is Lit Logic. We're on episode 69.
6'9", freak boy shit.
Today's episode is about the albums Donda and Certified Lover Boy.
Okay, all right, that's fine. My bad, Greg.
You good, bro? Get it all out now.
No, just gonna keep going. We keep going. Which one are we starting with first?
We're gonna start with the one that came out first.
You wanna start with that Donda? No, Donda.
Donda came out August 29th, a Sunday. That should have told you everything you needed to know right there.
You knew
album coming out on Sunday. You knew he was going to church.
You knew what kind of album Kanye West was dropping. First of all, what is a Donda?
I think that's supposed to be his mom's name or something like to do with his mom's name or something like that. I'm not too entirely sure.
Okay, well we definitely gonna do some research on that, but you know why the whole black, like it was supposed to be a church thing, why the whole blackout?
What, the cover?
Yeah, why the whole blackout?
Why not?
Why set yourself on fire in concert? Like, you know, like why?
Because it's Kanye.
What does that have to do with Jesus? Like, I don't understand.
Kanye, bro.
I don't understand.
This nigga has lost his mind.
He didn't lose his mind.
He's
smart. He's smart.
Years ago.
He's smart.
Man, listen, ain't nothing smart about none of that shit.
Because he's still making money. He's a rich mental patient.
Hey man, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, but I don't think he's a mental patient. I think he's just like fucking with people. I mean, don't get me wrong. Part of it, I feel like he's just, he's full of himself. He's in his own head with certain stuff. But I also think a lot of time he's just like fucking with people because he knows it gets under people's skin. Like shit like this. Like, this is not a bad album. Like, and I did say this, before when I was, listening to the album. Certain songs, came off to me as like a little bit, I don't want to say weird, but it came off to me as not my taste. So I could, I pushed the skip button, but today I actually got into it. Into listening to it. I didn't listen to all 27.
What were your expectations before this album dropped?
My expectations, I thought I was going to get at least a hint of Backpack Kanye back. Thought we was going to at least get the...
Why would you think that?
Because you want to know why? Because he made a song, Born Again. Was it Born Again? I think it was. It was Born Again or something. What was that song? Oh, New Again. It was song New Again. So me, I'm thinking I'm about to get old Kanye West back. I thought I was going to get Late Registration.
No.
Thought I was going to get Drive Slow, Homie.
No. I had none of those expectations for this album. The album that I got was pretty much what I thought it was going to be.
What's crazy?
But none, no old Kanye, gospel Kanye, weird Kanye, like that. I got all of that.
I thought
out of that album.
I was going to get 808s and Heartbreaks.
No.
For a while. I thought I was for a little bit, because I'm just like, because his antics leading up to the album, but then that goes in another thing of mine with Kanye West, why he's such a marketing genius, because look at what he did. Let's take it a couple of years back. Look at what he did with him and 50 Cent. Remember that him and 50 Cent were teaming off? I think it was 50 Cent, what is it, Curtis album? Going against, what was the album? That was the album with Good Life. That was the album with Good Life. Late Registration. So I think that was Late Registration going against Curtis. And I think Late Registration beat out Curtis.
It did.
It did, by a landslide.
Right.
by a landslide. So
And
Kanye West.
that was back when they was doing like the numbers. Now,
Yeah, like
now with all these inflated streams, like
and
how
they were
do
fake
now.
beefing because you see they did a little heavyweight thing. They were a little trolling each other a little bit. So I felt like Drake, and don't get me wrong, Drake and Kanye do have real issues outside of the music.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like Kanye took, you know, he did a
was
marketing thing. Like you put the man's address, you know, and who to say if that was his real address? It's probably one of his addresses he didn't give a fuck about.
I don't know. Like, as far as like the marketing goes, I felt like they both was, you know,
yeah.
Either it was Drake being petty or him drop, because he dropped the album like probably like that same week. He dropped the album the same week,
which I feel like he shouldn't have did.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I mean, no, I'm just like, if you want to do numbers thing, don't, you know, because that, I'm like, well, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into that.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't have no crazy expectations for this album. Like, you know, he was doing the album listing parties and the
call those album listing?
Well, whatever they was called, the album concerts, whatever.
Like he was just standing in the middle, and it's just like
and he was playing the songs, and the people that were there, they was the ones that was really gassing this album up.
Yeah.
They was the ones saying, "Oh, this is kind of like 808 Heartbreaks and all that." I'm like, "There's no way."
You know, because
there's no way.
Because you want to know why? I think
because that nigga's not there no more.
You want to know
that Kanye doesn't exist anymore.
That Kanye exists. Is 808's a Heartbreak. Kanye was losing his mind.
Hey man, not like how it is now.
Hey, don't say you will. Doo-doo. Like he was losing his mind, but I did get 808s and Heartbreaks vibes because of the I'm gonna call it the showcase. Because of the showcase he put on, because it came off as, you know, he wearing a red ass, whatever the fuck he wearing, with a stocking mask, and he's standing in the middle of a white floor with like a column of people, and he's just doing this and listening to me. So me, I'm thinking 808s and Heartbreaks. But like I said, when I turned this album on, did not get that, which I'm not mad with. Not mad.
I already knew.
Not mad.
Already. I did expect to like more songs on the album than I did.
I didn't expect 27 songs.
I didn't expect 27 songs.
Not listening to 20.
I expected it to like more songs than I did on the album.
I liked a few. Like I liked more than 5.
My thing is, I didn't.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Not like.
It might be at 5.
Might be 5.
It might be 5. Out of 27 songs, that's not good.
I ain't gonna lie. That one song, I think they said "When They Say" is what let me see if I'm saying it right. I actually really was fucking with that song. It's excuse me, y'all. It is. What is it? I'm fucking up. Bear with me. If I can't find it, Jay. Oh, Believe What I Said. That's the name of the song. When they used the sample from Lauryn Hill and the Fugees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I really was fucking with. I you know, everybody know I'm a Lauryn Hill fan, so you know.
I will say this about the album. The album had great production.
Absolutely, it had Travis Scott. It had a bunch of people. I think it had Pardon on there.
I'm not talking about features. I'm talking about the production, like the beats.
Yeah, he did.
The beats were good.
Oh, shout out to Neff. Not to cut you off. Shout out to Neff from Nickelodeon because he produced 3 tracks on this album.
Not that fool.
You know, he was on that show. All those high schooler kids, you know, long dreads. He was on one of the younger boys on the show. He actually produced 3 songs on this on Drake's album. I'm sorry, on Drake's album. Apologize.
Yeah, man, but for it to be 27 songs and only like 5 of it doesn't really make it a good album for me.
I can understand that. Like, do you feel like if there were less songs on there, could you would have got jiggy, or you was just like, did you see?
It was more. It wasn't the number of songs. It was the content of these songs.
You just wasn't
like there were some songs that I didn't like, but the beat was good.
Okay.
But there was some that, like I said, only like the song that he did with The Weeknd and stuff. That was tough. The one he did with Fabi, that was tough. The one with Jay Electronica, even though it was all church based.
The one with Travis Scott was good too.
It was okay.
I like that.
The one with Jay Electronica killed his verse. Like, his verse was fire. Like he had songs like he had some great features on this album, and that's kind of like disappointing to me because you got these great beats, you got these great features, but it's just like the content just wasn't there.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Drake's album.
I could say the same thing about Drake's album, but
because I'm not gonna say biased because I'm not biased at all because I feel like both of these albums were good albums, but they were equal to me, and I'm gonna get into why they were equal. You know, after when we get into like Drake's stuff, I'm gonna get into why
we'll get into that thing. Album dropped Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was dropping Sunday.
I didn't know it was out until you said it, and I was like,
I got the title notification saying Donda is now available. I'm like, all right. I think I turned it on. First track.
See, I push like shuffle. Like
I heard now I go straight down. I go straight down the line
because I know that.
I go straight down the line. So first track, Sunday. I wake up, throw it on. Mm-hmm. The first song is just someone chanting Donda.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, is this supposed to be like a seance or something? Because I was just like, I'm not listening to that.
After that, I turned the shit off.
You turned the whole
turn out.
Come on,
turn the thing off and went about my day. Monday rolls around. I'm out and about. I'm doing things, so I got it playing in the car. So I'm playing in the car. I skipped the first track. I'm probably like maybe 7, 8 songs in, and now I'm just thinking, this ain't it. this ain't it. But it's like,
yay!
I'm just like, come on, man. The thing was, I didn't, like I said before, I never had high expectations for this album.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to listen through the whole thing, and I think the second half, I was with you and we was gonna go pick up food and shit. Yeah. So that was me listening to the second half.
And that's when I was just like, let me go, because I heard a couple songs. I'm like, it's kind of fire. Let me go, today I was really listening to it. Mm-hmm. I really got into it. And I guess me pushing shuffle, I heard the songs that was keeping me into the album.
Okay.
I didn't hear, I heard the one that had the chant in there, but I heard songs that kept me into the album. So it kept me interesting, but for the most part, I could say I like probably 7. So I like probably 7, 8 songs. But for the rest of the songs, I just couldn't. You really try to get into a song. It's just you just don't.
Really trying to get to an album.
Because it's 27 songs. That's a lot to really. Don't get me wrong, it don't matter if you're a diehard fan or anything. 27 songs with 3, maybe to 5 minutes per song, that's a lot.
It's a 2-hour album.
I don't have 2 hours just to listen to music all day. I wish I did. Because if I'm listening to an album, I like to enjoy the album. I can't do it on the because
that's why I was doing it on the go. I was in the car. I was playing it.
If he did a side A and B, it would have been better.
Well, my whole thing is this: the 27 songs doesn't surprise me. It's just I didn't have too many high expectations for this album. So him dropping the 27 songs, that's like regular Kanye shit. There's always got to be something extra. There's always got to be something bizarre or whatever the case may be. So 27 songs is a lot of songs, especially for our album.
Why 27? Why not 28? Why not 30?
But like I said, the first spin, I wasn't really feeling it. Spun it again, it got a little bit better, and I went through which songs I think I liked and which ones that I could only get to maybe 4 or 5 songs out of 27. So, and then like I said, I didn't listen to it the first day it came out, so. I'm on social media seeing everyone else's opinion about the album. So, people were sitting there saying, oh, it's fire. And then people's like, oh, this album's trash, blah, blah, blah.
People have always going to have mixed. I feel like it's the expectation that people wanted Kanye to do. And a lot of people, like I said, like for me, I know that Backpack Kanye is gone, but it's something about being a fan. You just be like, you just can't bring it back for one song.
You can't. It's like you trying to think of the words. Hold on to the golden era or the golden days of the artist, and they just don't have it no more. So you just gotta just listen. I'm just like, bro, you just listen to the old stuff because you're not gonna get.
I didn't like the album. What was the album before this one? It was like the whole gospel album.
Yeah, the gospel album.
Don't get me wrong. I like gospel music. Don't get me wrong. I just wasn't feeling that because
I like gospel music. I don't like Kanye doing gospel music.
Okay, because you know what? Because I'm not used to it. Maybe after a while of me getting used to it, I'll probably get comfortable and listen to it more. I just can't see. That's like me listening to Mace, Pastor Sermon. That's like me listening to Mace, the rapper's sermon.
I was never really into gospel rap.
There was gospel rap.
There's gospel rap. I'm more of like I was raised on, old school tradition.
I was raised on Kurt Franklin cursing ass.
Yeah, I was raised on traditional, gospel music.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff I appreciate. So with Kanye with that gospel album, I just wasn't really.
Now, do you think? Well, honestly, no, because there was obviously this cursing on his album.
Like, not this one.
There wasn't.
They blocked all the cursing out.
So it's not edited because I didn't listen to every song. Like I said, songs
I
listen to.
People say certain stuff. They blocked it out.
So would you think
there wasn't no cursing on this
album? So could you say this could be a cross? Could you say could this be played on gospel radio?
Some of the songs, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he will?
I don't know. Depending on who's doing the radio station.
I would actually like to hear
if it's a younger gospel radio station, they might play some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not really into it. But there's some controversy about this album.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because a couple people's verses got left off on the album.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people was pissed off. Chris Brown was pissed off. His verse got left off.
Soulja Boy was mad.
Soulja Boy was pissed
Soldier. Big Drake.
Cowboy had a verse that was taken off.
Drake want to fight. He want to fight Kanye.
Nah, he just being, how he is.
He actually really probably want to step in the ring and fight. Not like that. I'm talking about celebrity shit.
I seen the video. Somebody walked up to him and was asking about it. He was just like, I was just more so pissed that nobody told me nothing.
I mean, that is fucked up.
So,
you think you're going to be on the album and then...
But it's expected from Kanye, man.
Unpredictable. Like, people don't like unpredictable sometimes.
All this stuff is going to get released at some point.
Look at Andre. Look at 3 Stacks. 3 Stacks verse got... And he didn't... And that was kind of messed up, the way it got released. Because I'll be really trying to figure out how did these things get leaked. And only certain people are supposed to have... You know what I'm saying? So to me, that makes me feel like the artists are leaking the shit and then blaming it on somebody else because I just don't understand if you, the artist that's rapping, the engineer, producer, whatever the fuck, if y'all are the only 3 to 4 people in the studio, who else is leaking that shit? But the motherfuckers that's in the studio. Because the record label is not going to leak certain shit because they're not going to give away free money.
Well, there wasn't nothing leaked.
Yeah, it's
all... Well, I'm talking about not like leaked per se, like it was leaked before the album.
No, but it was just like...
the stuff has come out. Like, I heard the Chris Brown verse and...
What song was he supposed to be on?
I don't even know. I never even paid that much attention to it.
I didn't even know he was supposed to be on the album. Hell, I didn't even know Soulja Boy was supposed to be on, or something like
on the album. He don't got none of his features.
He doesn't. You just
all it says is Kanye on every song.
That's it, and that was the one thing I did have a problem with. Is like, how am I supposed to know who's on the song? Because I recognize voices, but you know, sometimes people sound the same when they trying to do a certain flow or sing.
I think this is some people gave you their time to put a verse out for
put their name
on the song. Put the name on the song.
Yeah, give them credit because don't they get like, that's like, I don't want to say, because Lauryn Hill got in trouble for that.
What?
Give people help write a song or help produce.
You get
the credit.
You get writing
But that's
credit,
what I'm saying. Did they get the writing credit, even though they didn't get put on the label?
They got their, like, if there's ever like a digital copy, well, not digital, like an actual copy, physical copy. This probably their names are probably on it, but it's not like they probably got paid. They got paid, so they just never just put their names on it. But I don't know,
I want my name on it while I'm getting paid.
So from scale of 1 to 10, where do you get this album?
What is it? 1 being the worst, or 10
1
being
being the worst, 10 being the best.
I'm gonna give this album. I'll give it a solid 5.
Yeah, that's the same number I was
Give it a solid because it didn't give me something to get over that hump. Because it don't get me wrong, it's a good album, but it's not.
This is okay.
It just okay.
It had all the potential to be a good album. Like it had the production, it had the features, it just didn't have the content.
I just wasn't feeling it, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I just need to keep listening.
He basically dropped another gospel album.
Yeah.
His last album was a gospel album. Jesus is King. That was his last album.
I just feel like maybe you just gotta get, not you per se, but you just gotta get used to this new Kanye, and I think it's like taking people like they're not used to it, so it's like getting into his music is kind of like,
he ain't been the same Kanye since what? Like
808s and Heartbreaks. After 808s and Heartbreaks,
Watch the Throne.
808s and Heartbreaks was when it started. Cause Watch the Throne came after.
Yeah, Watch the Throne was fire. Yeah, it was.
Kanye started going through depression, 808s and Heartbreaks, and then after that,
I said it because his mom ain't died till like what, 2012.
And when 808s and Heartbreaks come out,
that was 2008.
Yeah, but you gotta think he was dating Amber Rose. They're going through a breakup bad. Look, I don't know what goes on in that man's personal life, but that nigga was depressed.
He still dropped Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was fire.
That was a fire ass album. Shout out to that Kanye.
They still dropped Watch the Throne, so we still had Kanye going on. Yeezus is when it started.
Was that the one with Bounce 2 on it?
Bound,
yeah. Bound.
Yeah, that was the one with Bound.
What else was on there? Black Skinhead.
Yeah,
that was actually
on Leaves.
I do like Blood on the Leaves and Black Skinhead.
I only like 3 songs.
I like those 2 songs, especially Blood on the Leaves. Blood on the Leaves is a good song by Kanye. I love that song.
Only like 3 songs on that.
I just need to clear my mind out. We've been racing since the summertime. Where that Kanye at?
After that, out of all Kanye's albums, this one's probably it's probably the bottom 3.
Damn, bottom 3. So what's the other 2? Bound. Like what's the other 2? Bound and
Jesus is King. Yay. Probably Life of Pablo. All his last 4 albums, probably those are the bottom of the barrel for me.
Damn, it's not. Say it ain't so Kanye.
That's just me. And another thing, there's no hit song on this album.
Okay, I haven't heard.
To me, there's no hit on this album. There's no song that's like
not Jesus Lord.
Huh?
Jesus Lord was a good one. Jesus Lord. Why did he make a second one with the same song?
Bro,
it was Jesus Lord. Like I was listening to it, and then he did Jesus Lord too. But the beat for Jesus Lord was tough. It's tough. So then when I heard Jesus Lord 2,
the production is there.
Yeah, well, I heard Jesus Lord 2. I'm like, wait, it's the same verses.
It's just the music don't really got no content.
It's just
there was some fire verses on these songs.
It was like,
but that was from other artists.
Yeah. Do you feel like the other artists like not saved but helped keep this album afloat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides the production. And having Kanye's name on it.
The verses from some of these features definitely helped.
Okay.
But to me, it's just not a good, it's not a good album.
All around, it's just not a good album.
This is not a good, it's below mid to me.
Okay. Like I said, I gave it a strong 5. It just didn't
I'll give it a
It just didn't have that. Not even gonna say that one single or title to put it over, but it just didn't have that. It just didn't have that. Like to be like, yo, I gotta keep listening to this album. Like it's don't get me wrong, I'll listen to this album, but it's not one of those things where I gotta keep.
It's not gonna probably get another. Listen, it ain't gonna probably get another spin from me.
It's gonna get another spin. It's gonna get a lot of spins. It's just not consistent spins.
It ain't gonna get another spin.
Not consistent.
I'll probably like wash my hands with this album already. So there was no song that I gotta be like. There's some songs that I liked, but there's those songs that I'm gonna really be like. Yo, let me run this real quick. Let me play this. Maybe that song with The Weeknd. That's probably the only one.
Believe what I say. That's actually a good one. I like that one.
All right, now we want to switch over to Drake's album.
Okay, all right. That's right.
Certified Lover Boy.
Hey.
It dropped September 3rd, which is a Friday, which was the same week that Kanye's album dropped.
Yep.
Hell of a chess move. If I'm Drake, that was a good.
True petty shit.
What'd you feel about the album cover with the pregnant emoji?
I just didn't. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Because it's just like, you could have went with something else. Like, you could have just put a heart on there. But I get it.
This is, like, does that mean that this is going to be some type of album that's going to get women pregnant?
No, because I heard the album. Don't shit on here, get women pregnant.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I heard the album.
If that's what you was going for, that was a miss.
That was a whole miss. Or was he just trying to be a dick and sitting there saying like, you know, was he just trying to be a dick? Because I feel like he was trying to be a dick, but in such like a nice way to not make it seem like he's being a dick.
Not first thoughts, but anticipation, like for this album. Like, what were your
nothing, because it's gonna be another Drake album. All of Drake's albums are the same.
I'll say this: I was more,
and that's not a bad thing.
I was more excited about this album than the Kanye album. I
like the features. I was excited about the features because like there's some artists that Drake never worked. I never thought Drake, like I was happy that he brought, Dirt, Future on there, 21 Savage.
He's done music with them before.
Well, he's done one song that I heard, and that's Laugh Now, Cry Later. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm happy that he brought him back. I'm happy.
One of his fire songs.
But I can say I was not pleased with the moistness that was on this album. I was not pleased with that, man. I understand you gonna have moistness when it comes to a Drake album, but
not necessarily. I just think that the title and all the stuff gave that direction of how this album was gonna be. Certified Lover Boy. This nigga had a heart.
Yeah.
Like hair, like someone shaped up a heart in his like hairline.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, so my thing, that already told me, all right, this is going to be an album more so dedicated to the women.
And it was, because like I said, I got into the album, but I couldn't get into the album because it wasn't for me. Yeah. It was an album for females. And the Drake album was him explaining why he's a fuckboy, and it's okay for him, he's explaining to women why it's okay for him to be a fuckboy, and for them to be okay with him doing his fuckboy ways.
That's not the vibe
I got that vibe. But it's not, if you're into that, it's not a bad vibe. But like I said, for me, there's a few songs I got into, but I couldn't get into the whole album because, like I said, I can't relate.
So, album drops. There was a lot of anticipation for this album. So I guess people thought it was supposed to drop at 12 o'clock, or whatever the case may be. 12 o'clock roll in, the album will drop. I'm not waiting up for it. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, see, I'll listen to it tomorrow. Like, it's really not that big of a deal.
I wake up in the morning, title notification, Certified Lover Boy is now available.
All you see is
blah, blah, blah. Didn't even play it yet.
Didn't play it?
Mm-mm. What about my normal, daily routines? Went on social media, people, album's trash. Album's fire.
I heard so much.
I'm just like, bro, it's 9 in the morning.
How? Because they stayed up all night. I'm just like, okay, all right,
it's 9 in the morning.
They stayed up.
I was like, we already got critiques, and I'm guilty of it too because I've done shit like that before.
Never. I never stood up late.
Not that I stayed up late, but 12 o'clock did roll around, and I think the album I did that for last was the J. Cole album. I forget which one. I think it was King of Diamonds. Excuse me. 12 o'clock rolled around. I did it one spin, and I was like, I don't know about this one. It had to get me a couple spins. Even though out of that album, that wasn't one of Cole's best albums.
Okay, so.
But I like the album, but it wasn't one of his best ones. But besides the point, again, get in the car, start playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway through, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. Like, I'm really trying to,
usually,
I'm really trying to like critique or analyze this album, and I'm like halfway through, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Just like question mark, right?
Yeah, like
because every Drake album have like that one or two songs.
Yeah, he dropped the intro.
Yeah,
and the intro be hitting.
Yeah, it wasn't hitting.
It was like he just like the first song I did like. It took me a couple times listening to it for me to like, all right, this is a good start.
But production, I do give the production on this.
The production, I feel like the production was better on Kanye's album. But
I mean, you know what?
This one was like the production wasn't bad. Like again, the features was great.
I was gonna say who you feel like it had better features?
They pretty much had damn near the same. I think Kanye might have had the edge on the features.
On the features, yeah. Don't get me wrong, Drake had a lot of features, but Kanye, 27 songs, you can't beat that with a lot of, and don't get me wrong, all of those songs wasn't featuring people.
Some of them, they had some of the same features. They both had Lil Baby on there. They both had Jay-Z. They both had Lil Durk.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they both have Lil Durk?
No, I don't think Durk was on Kanye's album.
No.
Dirk was only on Drake's.
Dirk was on Drake's.
Yeah, I don't think Dirk was on Kanye's album.
I
mean, you would think they both from Chicago. He shot the man, shot homie out. He right down the street from. He right in Omar.
That nigga in Hollywood.
I'm just saying, like, he's in Chicago. You right down the street, like.
But, Drake album, I had to give like maybe 2 spins for me to really be like, all right. And again, this album had 21 songs. Another, lengthy album.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it about maybe 7 or 8.
What, Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah.
Really, you give Certified Lover Boy a 7 or 8?
No, how many songs I liked.
Oh, I was gonna say 7 or 8. I'm like, okay.
How many songs I liked was probably about maybe like
I'd say
a strong 7.
5 for me. 5 songs.
What was crazy is Drake shit that dropped before that album, that Scary Hours 2, was better than his album. Yeah. And it was only 3 songs. But all 3 of those songs hit.
It's crazy how these artists really just put out a whole album for 3. That's not an album. Like,
I don't know if that's considered a mixtape.
It's not even a mixtape.
I think it was a mixtape.
Because we got spoiled. Not because you all. We got spoiled from the G Unit and Dipset era when it came to mixtape. Mixtape's supposed to have 20 plus songs on there of other people's beats.
No, only the people that really did shit like that was Wayne. When
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 and them. Yeah,
I'm about to say that's what I
said.
As far as
other people were not. Mixtapes was just songs that.
Those are the mixtapes I like. Or Jeezy did that.
Nah, Jeezy did it. Like he did like the Trap or Die.
No, I'm talking about when he first came out.
Those weren't off other beats.
I'm talking about when he first came out. Before he did the Trap or Die, he jumped on other people's beats and was rapping.
Yeah. But regardless of whether that was considered a mixtape or not, it was better than that. Those whole 3 songs was better than the whole 21 song album.
That's not good to me. To some people, that's good. That's not good to me.
The crazy thing about this album, like he has another song on there with Ross and Lil Wayne on there.
Did it hit?
No.
You know what's crazy?
Crazy.
That was probably the song that everybody was talking about because they were mad because usually when him and Ross
they never miss.
They never miss. But
they missed on this one. I'm sorry, that song was not it. Wayne did not help that song at all. Certified Lover Boy. I don't.
Well, what song do you feel like, before you get into that, what song do you feel like is like a banger on there?
I don't think they have one.
I think they got one. And it's one, and it's a song. It's
a sexy song.
That's it.
It's fine, and it's only because it's catchy.
It is.
That's all, and
that beat is tough.
And the women like the song.
That beat is tough. I like the song. I ain't know. Look, I like that beat is tough.
That song is
that beat
like.
Tough.
Did you see the video? That
got Kawhi.
Did you see the video? The shit is
it's silly. Like it is. It's some silly. It's some silly. All around.
That's the only song that has the potential to be a hit. But other than
it's
that,
like a club
there's no hit on that album to me.
If you keep it spinning a couple of times, there'd be like, the song with 21 Savage, was it Knife Talk?
Knife Talk.
That beat slap, bro. That beat tough. 21 Savage spit bars on that one.
Listen,
that was a good one.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a big 21 Savage fan.
21.
I'm not saying he's not good or whatever the case may be, but to me, I just don't think that there is no hit song on that album.
I say it's more of a hit song than Kanye's album.
It has. Night Talk
in
2 Sets probably have
two songs. Those two songs
have
hits.
Greater potential to be hits than any song on Kanye's album. I'll agree with that. But
unless they play Believe What I Say, that's the only one I can sit there and say on Kanye's album because of the Lauryn Hill hook and hook. And
that's what I was saying. Yeah, so you're being biased.
How much?
Because Lauryn Hill shit, that's the one that's going. If anyone's going to be one, that's going to be the hit.
That's going to be the hit because it's Lauryn Hill. It is what it is. Like, you know it. Like, it is what it is.
Hey, listen, I'm not knocking you for any of that, but that's just how I
feel. I know. You say, look,
like,
there's no songs on there.
Because Drake's last album was.
What was that one?
Scorpion.
Yeah. What was
Nice for What? That was the hit that was on that.
Oh, what was Laughing Out
Loud? That wasn't it. I think that was just a song that he just dropped. I don't know if that's on.
So what else was on? What else was on that?
Yeah, Scorpion was on.
Because I know he had a couple.
Survivor. That was a fire intro. Survivor. They had Nonstop, which was, it was alright.
I just hit the switch. That TikTok took that shit over.
TikTok took that shit over. TikTok will make or break a song.
Took that shit over. Look at the song playing. She a track star. Yeah. That shit took off. Yeah, who else? That shit took off.
Yeah, TikTok will hold you a song.
Let me get on TikTok. We gotta do a song.
Elevate was straight. Emotionless. God's Plan was another one.
I was about to say there's another one. God's Plan. I was about to say God's Plan was probably bigger than Nice for What.
No, it wasn't.
God's Plan was everywhere.
Man, listen, man.
God's Plan.
Nah, bro.
God's Plan. That was everywhere.
Nice for What? I remember
in the
Nice
club?
for What dropped in the summer.
In the club.
Bro, this shit hit every single.
As
soon as you hear that, I keep letting you back, and it was over.
I didn't like that song.
It was that's the Lauryn Hill shit. You should have liked it.
I like Lauryn Hill. I didn't like the song.
Listen, every place I've been to, every time that shit dropped, it's pandemonium.
Not for me.
When that song came out, any bar I was at, any nighttime event where they was playing music, anytime that shit dropped. The women started going crazy.
Songs slap harder than Passion Fruit by Drake.
Here he go.
That's my shit, yo. Passion Fruit, that's my shit.
Yeah, but they had.
Shout out to him.
I'm Upset was that one kind of that one hit. Mob
it?
Ties was fired.
I was about to say wasn't Buried? No, not Buried. Money in the Grave wasn't that on there?
That was just some shit that he dropped.
So that's the same, like, he got 2 songs that he didn't even put on albums yet with featured artists that are like big feature artists.
Yeah, those were just singles.
I thought they was on the
Laugh
album.
Now Cry Later was a single.
That's what I'm saying. I thought those were all on albums. Those wasn't even on albums. So he just dropped them. So that could be his or Dirk's song. So
Yeah,
that song's up.
Money, that was best in the world pack. I think that was a mixtape.
That was a
It only
mixtape.
had 2 songs on it.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But out of this album, out of all the Drake's albums, I don't know.
So I'm gonna give you this. Out of 1 through 10, where do you rate Certified Lover Boy?
I might give it like a 6.
So it does get over the hump. Why does it get over the hump? What is that one? Is it a song or is something that puts that over?
It has the more potential to have hit songs like the 2 songs we mentioned.
Yeah.
Those are the 2
It keeps
that I feel
going.
like that can potentially get like a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Too Sexy shit is gonna
It's gonna
find its way on TikTok, and then that's going
because and on top of that, it has a video.
Right.
And the video is, the video's entertaining. Kanye don't have no videos for like his songs.
Yeah, that's my whole thing about it. Like that's why I gave it the slight edge over.
Okay, now I see that.
Over Donda, but it ain't like from both artists, in my opinion. These are probably some of their weaker projects.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't want to sit there and say I feel like they threw this shit together in a rush, but I felt like
I think Drake just threw this beat like it was a safe album. Like,
well, I feel like he probably already had this album done.
It wasn't like, all right, this is gonna be complete. Let me just put something out here
Just to say I did it.
just to put an album out.
But it's still
it's like I put it in the water, and it's just like it's floating, but it's barely holding on. Like that's how I feel about it.
I can see that.
Kanye album floating, but it's taking on water. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. I've heard every single opinions about both these albums.
I will sit there and say this. My opinion on Kanye West's album, like I said, it just doesn't make it over that hump for me. It just doesn't make it. It's not a special album.
Yeah.
Not to even go back in the time, but when you heard College Dropout, that was a special album. Late Registration, Graduate, all those, they were special albums because they didn't, and those albums didn't even have just one song. They had 5 songs that was on the charts.
Yeah.
One song he had Flashing Lights, Good Life. He had a bunch of songs that was just off of one album that was just on the charts. And then it's I get Donda, and it's I don't feel that special. I don't feel that hypeness when I listen to a Kanye album.
See,
I just wasn't hyped.
how you avoid feeling like that is not having no expectations for this man. Because I don't. I don't have if Kanye were to drop another album in the next year or so, I'm not having no high expectations for it. Because the nigga that made those albums, Late Registration, gone. He's not there no more.
He's there, but he's not there.
He's not there no more.
He's there, but he's not. Physically, he's there.
Physically, he's there.
He's
Maybe
there,
he's not
yeah.
there. We're not going to get another Wayne. Wayne's
No.
gone.
No,
We're not going to get a Carter 2, Carter 3.
I hope not.
Lil Wayne.
We're not. Because I didn't like it. I didn't like
Gangsta Grills Wayne. We're not getting him.
What was the last Carter? It was Carter 5.
Carter 5.
I didn't like it.
Carter 5 was okay.
I didn't like it.
It was okay.
I didn't
it
like
was the problem was it was released too late. It was dated.
No, the album was dated. All the songs,
there were some songs on there that were good.
Uproar, I didn't like Uproar.
It didn't have enough to, like you said, get over the hump.
No, it didn't. It's like Drake's. Drake's I do agree with you on that. It did have that. I will give that. I want to give it a 7, but the only reason I'm not going to give it a 7 was because that I just don't see potential for it to be a good album.
I don't see a hit song on it.
That's the only thing
there was one song on there that was
it's 2 potentials, and that's the only reason.
If there was one song on here that was all right, this is gonna be a banger.
Banger, straight out.
I would have gave it a higher score.
Headlines. When you heard headlines.
Yeah,
headlines were straight.
Yeah.
You heard headlines. You heard Hotline Bling.
Yeah.
You heard Controller.
Yeah.
You heard One Dance.
Yeah.
So those songs, you just knew It was good. Like when I hear "Sexy" for my shirt, I just hear it's a nice song to play at a party. You play at a club, I'm gonna get up and dance.
Honestly, I don't even want to hear it.
You know, it's a nice song. I like the beat. The beat is good. I like the beat. Like knife talk by far. I feel like it's a better song.
I'm a Drake fan.
Me too.
I've been listening to Drake for over.
I'm a Kanye and Drake fan.
We've been listening to these guys for over a decade now. So,
and like I said, I have to give it. I have to give it a 6. And for me that's hard because I'm only giving Certified Lover Boy, and y'all hearing it now. I'm giving Certified Lover Boy a 6 to get over that hump because of the base of the facts. The 2 potential songs that they have could be hits, and then on top of that, there's room for another hit on there. But I feel like there's room for another hit.
Y'all can quote me if y'all want, but this might have been his weakest project.
I want to say it's weakest.
It might have been. For it to not have no hits on it, it might be. It's down there at the bottom.
This weakest.
Because all right, we gonna go into the shit.
It's good.
Yeah. So first, album, so far going. You had Successful on there with Trey Songz. That was a hit. You had Best I Ever Had. Hit. Like, Sooner or Later, that was fire. Like, Say It Was Real.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hits.
Like,
but
you had Thank Me Later. Yeah, Fireworks. You had Up All Night.
That's another album like that. Had a lot of bangers on there.
Yeah, like you had a couple on there.
What about do you do the
Shut It Down?
Do you do that's that shit.
Yeah, like Shut It Down.
Don't do that.
That's that one.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, man.
Don't do that.
That was that shit. I don't even gotta mention Take Care. That's his best album.
Yeah, Wait, but what about
Nothing Was the Same?
What about the albums he was like featured on? Do you count those too?
I'm going by what this thing.
No, I'm just saying his Young Money album sucked. With all of them on there, the album sucked.
Well, that wasn't just. That was just.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to count albums,
Nothing Was the Same. I don't know. That was already a certified thing.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna say if you're reading this, it's too late. That was.
What about
that was the
November,
mixtape turn?
November 18th?
Huh?
What was that? November? What was
I don't know.
November 18th? That's what it was called.
Yeah, 10 bands. That was
100 bands. Man, fuck it, man. Yeah.
Like Energy, Legend. That pre-song with Party Next Door. That was a hit.
Yeah.
6 p.m. in New York. That was a fire song.
Don't forget the shit was featuring.
Yeah, the shit with Future. Digital Dash I liked. Jumpman was a hit.
That was a
for the time period. That was 2015. Yeah, that was Views.
We're not even gonna get into that.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, Controller. You already One Dance.
That's the Grips on your ass.
Pop Style, Hotline Bling. Like, come on, you had those on there. Like, More Life, Free Smoke. Yeah, Passion Fruit.
Listen.
Oh man.
Seems you got ritualistic.
Teenage Fever.
Go on. That's like
Do Not Disturb. That was my shit. Do Not Disturb.
I did like that one.
Ice Melts.
I was alright.
Yeah, he had Blem. Like, he had songs on even Scorpion, man. Yeah, this might be his weakest project.
Weakest. Now, would you say weakest or dumpster trash juice?
No, it's not dumpster trash juice.
Okay,
as far as every album, even some of the mixtapes, like this might be at the bottom.
So I can't argue with that.
Everything I just went like there's no song on this album that is on that's on another album that has those type of songs on that.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, so that's my whole thing. But like I said, I give Kanye a 5 out of 10. I give Drake a 6 out of 10.
And for me that was tough because I would have gave both of them both 5s out of 10, but Drake's had the slight advantage based on the simple fact that he had potentially 2 hits, maybe a 3rd hit. Plus he has a video to one of those potential hits. You know, in that video, you know, people are watching it. So that's making people want to listen to the song more. You know, and on top of that, like I said, Kanye doesn't have no videos. You know, there's no really any songs.
There's no hit.
There's no songs that sticks out.
There's no hit on that album.
Like I said, the potential song for me was that song, Believe, you know, what I say.
I'll say this. Kanye's album had way more potential.
Yeah. Because, like I said, the expectation that you expected, you put that on that album.
Nah, it's just the fact that he had the ingredients to make it a good album.
Yeah, but
this is the
thing.
You had the features.
Every good
just
ingredient
made it weird.
Every good ingredient just don't go with every meal.
Yeah.
Like he had a meal, a church meal, but he wanted to add street spices. Can't add that shit to that because it's not gonna fit right. Yeah. And not saying it don't fit right, but for what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I could have did like without it, honestly.
I could have did without the gospel album, like from him. I just would have just liked for him to make a regular album. And then I don't even care about it being an old Kanye, but just make it a regular album.
I'm gonna give it a bean. I don't think both these albums will get another spin out of me.
Damn, word.
Maybe one.
That's probably Certified Lover Boy.
No, I'm talking about like one more spin for both of them.
Oh, one more spin? Damn.
Because there's nothing that draws me back to it.
Okay.
There's nothing to be like, oh, let me run this. I haven't heard this in a while. Let me run this back. I run Graduation back. I run Late Registration back. I run those.
I run
Dark Twisted. Yeah, Dark Twisted.
Drive slow. What?
I run those back. I run more like that. Mm-hmm. Fucking Take Care. Nothing was. I run those albums back.
Passion Fruit.
No, maybe my opinion will change later on, but as of right now, I just don't see it getting another spin.
I'm gonna listen again to both of them, and I don't know. Like I said, I like certain songs, but as a whole album collectively, I don't like their whole album. I just don't. I can't. And this is not just for them. It's for any artist. Like if I'm just not feeling the whole album, you gotta be real. Like the whole album just wasn't good to me. There's a few songs on there that kept me interested into like being like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep listening to the album, and give it a chance. But then, like I said, after you get past those songs you like, then you gotta listen to songs that I just can't get into it. It's just one of those things I just can't get into. And I don't think I'm gonna be. I mean, I ain't gonna be harsh to say this is gonna be the last spin, but I ain't gonna be spinning it every week or every other week. But for one, for like a, I want to listen to it.
I have no desire to run these back.
Not zero desire.
Not zero, but like close to none.
That's close to zero, bro.
Yeah. Like I said, I might give these one more spin, but I have no desire to. Yeah. No, I'm lying. There's some songs on, like Remorse and Poetry, whatever the fuck that shit's called. I might run those back because Drake was spitting on those. I like when Drake getting his like rapper back. Like when he not doing all this, this
moist shit.
No, this like I'm trying to think of the word like. Why am I drawing a blank?
Because it's moist. That's what you're trying to say.
I don't like when he tries to get like into like that whole like pop star type of aspect. When he's actually just rapping, that's the type of music that I really like from Drake. But once you start, and some of the pop stuff is good, but once you start doing too much shit, I'm like, all right.
It's really nothing like it's like I can't get into it.
All right, you got anything more else you want to add?
I mean,
because I've said all I had to say.
I just think, like I said, both albums had potential. I felt to be great albums, but just didn't work out like that. In my opinion, I just felt, like I said earlier, I felt like Kanye could have did it differently. I felt like he could have cut some of the songs down and he could have did it differently. With Drake's album, I just felt like it was just too much. It was just too much, just moist shit. Like, it just wasn't, like, I just couldn't get into it. Like, it was just too much, just
hey man,
extra.
Certified
It was an album for the ladies.
Album for the ladies. And a couple in there for the fellas.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not mad at them, but it just wasn't an album I could see myself, like you said, just keep spinning. Like it just wasn't no album. Like yo, I gotta put that CBL on, that Certified Lover Boy. Like I just don't. I just can't. Even with Kanye, I can't sit there and be like, I'm gonna put down on one. No, I can't. I just can't.
I'm not, bro. I don't want to sit there and feel like it's a Sunday and it's Tuesday.
I don't want to be depressed. Like I don't want to be depressed. And both of those albums give depressed vibes sometimes. Not much as Drake's.
Kanye don't get me depressed. It just like the vibe. I just can't really vibe to it.
After I listen to some of Kanye West,
I vibe to Drake. I vibe to Drake album more than I do to Kanye album, which is crazy because Kanye had the better production. He might have had the better features too.
But you was able to get into Drake's music because of the.
I was just like a couple more songs than I liked from Donda.
But you feel like if it wasn't a gospel album, you feel like you could have gotten into it more? If like I said, some of the lines.
Yeah, and only just because I'm a traditional gospel person. If I'm gonna listen to gospel, I'm gonna listen to like traditional stuff. I don't really like the whole gospel rap thing. It just doesn't work in my opinion.
If you do it right,
I just don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, if you
I'm not to knock it. It's just something that I'm just not really into. Okay. So like I get it. The message was cool, but it just wasn't really my thing. Yeah, man. But you already know, man. Like, comment, share,
those hearts up,
subscribe, hit the notification bell, get the notifications every time the videos drop. You know, we got a few in the clip this week.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get these out within probably like towards the end of the week or early next week. Whenever they drop, they'll be here.
We got y'all, man. Just definitely look out for it. We definitely gonna take care of y'all. Definitely gonna have more episodes for y'all.
Yeah, man. Creeping up on 100.
Shit, we creeping up on 7.
Mm-hmm.
We're creeping up on next one. We're gonna be 7.
Yeah, that's why I said we're creeping up on 100.
We gotta do something. We gotta do something for we gotta do something for our 100 episode.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. That's gonna be.
We gotta do something for the 7. No, that's 7.
I'm gonna do something for the 100.
I'm gonna do something for that 80.
Until next time, I'm Jay.
It's B.
This has been Lit Logic. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
It's